Good morning to all of my students. Myself, Mr. Dibyendu Mondal, Assistant Professor of Mechanical Engineering Department of Greater Kolkata College of Engineering and Management under JIS Group. In this pandemic situation, I am delivering my lecture through online mode and my video is uploaded in YouTube. Good morning. Today, I am discussing about limitations of tidal energy. Actually, the main limitation of tidal energy are the following. First one, economic recovery of energy from tides is feasible only at those sites where energy is concentrated in the form of tidal range of about 5 meter or more, and the geography provides a favorable site for economic construction of a tidal plant. Thus, it is site specific. Due to mismatch of lunar driven period of 12 hours 25 minutes and human period of 24 hours, the optimum tidal power generation is not in phase with demand. Changing tidal range in 2 weeks period produces changing power. The turbine are required to operate at variable head. Requirement of large water volume flow at low head necessitates parallel operation of many turbines. Tidal plant disrupts marine life at the location and can cause potential harm to ecology. Okay. This one, another one is the tidal energy technology. The main component of a tidal plant is shown here. First one is the dam, barrage or dike. A barrier constructed to hold water. Second one, sluice ways rapid control gates used to fill a basin during high tides or emptying it during low tides. A special bulb type power turbine generator set, steel shell containing an alternator. Another one is a special Kaplan turbine with variable pitch blade. The tidal power associates with single filling or emptying of a basin may be estimated as follows. Tidal range power: consider water trapped at high tide in a basin of area A and allowed to run out through a turbine at low tide as shown in the figure. The potential energy in the mass of a water stored in incremental head dB above the head H is dW, that is equal to dm dot g dot h, but dm, that is equal to rho into a into dh. Thus dw equal to rho into a into g into h into dv. So therefore total potential energy of water stored in the basin is W equal to 0 to R rho a g h dv. So W equal to half into rho into a g r square joules, where rho, that is equal to density of water, g is equal to gravitational constant. As the time between consecutive high and low tides is 6 hours 12.5 minutes, this power is to be utilized within this period. Assuming an average sea water density of 1025 kg per meter cube, the average theoretical power generated in one filling of empty the basin is P average, that is equal to 1025 into 9.80 into A into R square divided by 2 into 22,350. So PAV, that is equal to P average 0.225 into A into R square watts. Thus, the tidal power developed is directly proportional to the area of the basin, square of the range. Okay. The actual power generation by a practical system would be less than the average theoretical power given in the above expression due to frictional losses of the fluid. Conversion efficiency of the turbine and the generator, and due to the fact that the turbine cannot be operated down to zero head, and thus full power generation potential cannot be utilized. The turbine has to be stopped when the head reaches a minimum value R about which the operation becomes uneconomical. The above expression are modified as here the diagram is clearly given power generation from tides. One is the turbine, another one is the sluice gate, dam, a basin or range, and ocean. W equal to integration small r to capital R rho a gh dh joule. So W equal to half into rho into a into g r square minus r square. So therefore P average, that is equal to 0.225 into a r square minus r square watts. So P average by a, that is equal to 0.225 into r square minus r square megawatt per kilometer square. Ocean tidal energy conversion scheme, the main tidal energy conversion scheme, that is single basin. So that is equal to single basin effect, single basin double effect, two basin linked basin, two basin paired basin, and a tidal flow scheme. Actually, single basin effect scheme, the single basin scheme has only one basin shown here. This is the only one basin. Okay, once filled, the impounded water is held till the receding cycle creates a suitable head. Water is now allowed to flow through the turbine coupled to the generator till the rising tide reduces the head to the minimum operating point, and the flow is held till the next generating cycle. The sequence of events here illustrated, here is the diagram, the single basin. One is the sluice opened, sluice closed, one tidal cycle. Okay, another one is the single basin double effect scheme. In the single basin double effect scheme, power is generated on both flood and eve. Two-way reversible hydraulic turbine are used. Pumping may also be used to increase the output. The routine is as follows. First one, inward slicing to fill the basin. Another one is the holding period. So this is the diagram, single basin double effect. So here is the double generating, then waiting, then another one generating, another one is the filling, another one is the emptying. Okay, so eve generation, outward slicing to empty the basin, holding period, flood generation. Two basin linked basin scheme, in order to maintain the continuity of power supply, linked and paired basin scheme are used. The linked basin scheme consists of two basins, one topped up at high tide and the other emptied at low tide. Thus, a permanent head is created between the two basins. Water flows through the turbine from the high basin to the low basin The layout of such a scheme is shown in figure 10.6. Two basin paired basin scheme. A paired basin consists essentially of two single basin scheme. One scheme generates on flood and the other on the ebb cycle. The output is almost but not quite continuous. Two basin schemes are generally found to be economically inferior to single basin scheme. Another one is the tidal current scheme. In order to explore the possibility of dispensing with the dam, its associated cost and environmental impacts, extraction of energy from tidal current have been considered. Strong tidal currents as high as about 5 meters per second are found in shallow seas, particularly where natural constriction exists, such as around headlands or between islands. The particular device for tidal flow power will be similar to that used in a river flow power system. The theory of tidal flow power is similar to wind power with the advantage of predictable velocities of high density fluid. However, in this case, the fluid velocities are much less as compared to wind, and the operation is carried out in marine environment. The generation will be intermittent and the total power available may not be very large. The capital cost per unit of power produced appear to be high, as the tidal flow power lags about pi/2 behind the range power from single basin. The two systems could be complementary. Certain coastal region experiences high tides than others. This is a result of amplification of tides caused by the local geographical features such as bays and inlets. In order to produce practical amount of power, a tidal range of at least 5 meters is required. Also, the geographical features should permit enclosure of large area with reasonable short dam or barrage. Few sites are identified for substantial tidal power developed. Important sites of the world with substantial estimated potential are Cook Inlet in Alaska, 57,000 megawatt potential and 9 meter maximum range. Bay of Fundy with 29,000 megawatt potential and 11 meter maximum range. White Sea with 16,000 megawatt potential and 11,000. And another one is the Estuary of Severn River, England, with 11,000 megawatt potential. So potential sites for tidal power development. The best known large scale electricity generating commercial plant is 240 megawatt system at an estuary of Lawrence River into the Gulf of Saint Malo in Brittany, France. This is a single basin double effect scheme with pumping and operating since 1966. There are 24 valve turbine having variable pitch blades coupled directly to generators, each of the 10 megawatt capacity. The details of existing tidal plant are shown here. None of these countries have progressed to further development. The main barrier to the increased use of tidal energy is the construction cost. full-scale prototype tidal current scheme are now being deployed. If this scheme continue to prove successful, commercial system will follow. One is the Lorentz, France. Mean tidal range 8, basin area 17 km square, install capacity 240. In India, potential sites identified are Gulf and Cambay and Gulf and Kutch in Gujarat, with maximum tidal range 11 meter and 8 meter. Okay. Now, a potential of 100 megawatt with a maximum tidal range of 5 meter and an average tidal range 2.97 meter has been estimated. The Durgadarani Creek or Sundarban area. Okay. Now, some potential also exists at Belladonna Creek in West Bengal with the mean tidal range of 3.6 meter. The Ministry of New and Renewable Energy Source has supported the setting up of the first demonstration tidal power project at the Durgadarani Creek in the Sundarban area of West Bengal through the West Bengal Renewable Energy Development Agency. The main objective of the project is to supply power to 11 remote and unelectrified villages in Gosaba and Bali Vijayanagar in Island, located in South 24 Parganas district of West Bengal. The detailed project's reports for setting up capacity 3.75 megawatt capacity tidal power project at Durgadarani was updated by the National Hydroelectric Power Corporation, Faridabad, and submitted to the ministry in November 2007. The project is likely to be taken up implementary shortly. Wave energy. Waves are caused by the transfer of energy from surface winds to the sea. The rate of energy transfer depends upon the wind speed and distance over which it interacts with water. The energy flux in waves is more than that available for solar, wind and the other renewable resources. The power in the wave is directly proportional to the square of its amplitude and to the period of motion. The energy stored is dissipated through friction at shore and the turbulence at rates depending on characteristics of wave and water depth. Larger wave in deep sea lose energy quite slowly and can effectively store it for many days and transmit it over great distances. For instance, large wave appearing of Europe might have been initiated in a stormy weather in the mid-Atlantic or as far as the Caribbean Sea. Difficulty in the development of wave power encountered mainly due to the following reason. First one, irregularity of wave pattern in amplitude, phase and direction, which make it difficult to extract power efficiently. The power extraction system is exposed to occasional extreme stormy condition. During unusual extreme condition, once in several years, the wave amplitude may reach as high 10 times the normal value and the associated power is about 100 times the normal value. The devastating tsunami near the coast of Indonesia towards the end December 2004 is the most recent example in hand. The peak power of deep water wave is available in open sea where it is difficult to construct, operate, and maintain a system and transmit power to the soul. The slow and irregular motion of wave is required to be coupled on an electric generator requiring high and constant speed motion. Power in waves that is equal to the wave motion may be expressed mathematically by the following general travelling wave equation. Y is equal to a sine 2 pi by lambda x minus 2 pi by t into t. Okay, capital T and small t. Okay. Last, if you like my video, you have to subscribe. Okay, thank you.